definitely the most important reason and the thing I've found to be the biggest benefactor, and hopefully you would too. Hello, I'm Hayden Bluefoot and welcome to the channel. So today, the 5 reasons you must have therapy, sort of the 5 benefits that I've found having therapy that I wanted to share with you to see if it's something, if you're looking into, this may just persuade you to have it and give it a go. I'll give you the 5 reasons and then I'll dive a bit into what that reason is and how I came to discover it and why it's been a benefit for me. So to list off, number 1, a professional, unbiased perspective of your life. 2, accountability, you will be challenged. Number 3, to receive wisdom. Number 4, increase your emotional intelligence and mental astuteness. Number 5, finding calm. And maybe there's a little 6th reason I put in as a little treat just for you. So watch till the end to find out. So let's dive in. A professional, unbiased perspective of your life. And so this is like one of the key things I found, and exactly why it's the first reason, is just in having therapy, you've got someone that is trained, qualified in managing people's mindsets and different mentalities, looking at your emotional balance, where you are, what's stressing you out, what's making you happy, what's making you sad, what's making you frustrated, and just to be able to have you unload all of that information over time, get to know you, build that rapport, build that relationship, and be able to give you calculated thoughts and feelings and responses, and just simple questions, difficult questions, and ideas for you to trial out different like homeworks or whatever you want to call it, challenges and objectives, activities for you to try just to help you. And it's not this isn't coming from a place of like you're broken and need help. It's just a case of whether you do feel there's something that you need to address in your life that's causing you stress, anxiety, depression or whatever, or if it is something that you feel stable, you feel healthy, but you just want to help yourself out even more, invest in yourself. Either way, both great reasons. And this is something that I just found so helpful in having that someone that's just so much more wiser than me, someone that's actually trained in sort of mental awareness, and whether it's hypnotherapy, therapy, business coach, personal coaching, mindset coaching, all these different things. There's that training that they've got so many different tools in their toolbox that they can use to help you, to facilitate that growth and allow you to make improvements on your strengths and your weaknesses to go through. So that's definitely a reason that I would say, and it's been so helpful for me. So that's number 1, a professional unbiased a professional unbiased perspective, that wasn't even that good, on your life. Number 2, accountability. So you will be challenged, you will be given tasks, you will be given activities, you will be given homework, but it's all about keeping you accountable. So for example, like I've just had 10 sessions, and then at the end of the 10 sessions I've been given a huge task to undertake, and so I'll do that in another video, I'll dive into that. But my therapist is there to keep me accountable. So right, here's the challenge we're going to set you. Are you up for it? Do you consent to it? And it's not, this is another thing with therapy, like I've had business coaching, I've had therapy, but I find with therapy it's very much about you. Do you consent to it? Are you happy with this? Yes or no? Do you want to challenge yourself? Right, brilliant, let's go for it. And then with that consent, they can keep you accountable and say, right, you've set yourself the task, or I've set you the task and you've accepted the challenge, so therefore I'll keep you accountable. So then as you have your sessions and you progress, like one key thing, tangent here, I would say, is journal, like every day as you're doing it, especially. So get used to journaling, writing down your thoughts, your feelings, because it becomes so helpful for the therapy session. That's something that I found, is that by journaling I was ready with information. As soon as the first question pops up, how are things going, what's new, what's exciting, what's not exciting, what's scary, what's nervous, it's like, right, I've got all this information because I've been journaling about it, and it just helps you like with your mind stay present and remember things a lot better. Yes, you will be given these challenges, you will be held accountable. Like how many things in your life have you been like, I should really do that, I should really do yoga, I should really meditate, I should really exercise regularly, I should really start going to the gym, I should really eat healthier, and yet we don't have anyone to keep us accountable with. And having I mean, you can find accountability in anyone with anything, but having a therapist has really been helpful in terms of that accountability. Plus you're paying money, it's coming out of your bank account, so you want to get the rewards from it. So that sort of gives you a second incentive to make sure that they're keeping you accountable and your bank account's keeping you accountable in a way. Number 3, to receive wisdom. So this, chances are your therapist is someone that's been doing it for years, if not decades. They've done all kinds of different workshops and trainings and courses on helping you. And that's why often you talk to therapists, they're very calm, very well spoken, and they've done a lot to improve their mindfulness and create a life of strong emotional balance. I mean, we're all still human, we still have crazy days, but you are accessing someone that's got so much wisdom and so much knowledge around the mind and how to help you and how to take all your thoughts, your feelings, dissect them and give them a fresh perspective that can feel so much more calming. Like, the amount of times I've been in a session and shared some information that's been like my downfall for the week, whatever, whether it's like losing money in business or trading, like stuff going wrong, and suddenly they can put a fresh perspective that's like, well, when we considered the session before, you was actually asking for something to come along and challenge you, and yet here you are now, you've got that challenge, you've received it, and it's in the form of this loss of money or whatever it is, this setback. How wonderful that is that your mind was able to think of this and create it for you. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a good perspective. So there is that benefit, and that wisdom, like, there's so many different things and different techniques you can use, and you'll be introduced to all manner of different activities you can try out, like meditation, for example, and journaling. As I said, these things have just helped me so much. And it's not even just the idea of meditation, what is it? And it's just different forms as well, different other little side workshops that may be free, maybe like more investment. But just in my own journey, I found that through therapy, I've been given so many little trinkets of knowledge and pearls of wisdom to just complement what I'm doing. And it's been hugely beneficial. So give it a go and see if it's true for yourself. 4, increase your emotional intelligence and mental astuteness. So why else do you want to do therapy? Like, you're there to improve your mind, improve your emotions, to feel happier, more fulfilled, more content in your life, and just to feel more balanced. I mean, everyone's got different reasons for therapy, and I'm talking from my own bias. But so my journey was something where I just felt I'm on this very chaotic journey. I'm endeavouring with different businesses and trading, dealing with volatility in terms of money and money coming in, money going out, dealing with stresses of like managing people, building a team, losing staff, and having these goals and aspirations I want to achieve, and just finding a lot of disbalance, and especially like in the way I was communicating with people, the relationships I had, I found that there's different challenges there. And therapies, as I said, it's about increasing your emotional intelligence, and from the point above of receiving that wisdom, it's then increasing your own emotional intelligence and giving you a stronger mental astuteness that you can then find you have better conversations. You're able to handle situations better. Your mind, you don't get so worked up over things. And I found this massively, like my hobby is skateboarding. Skateboarding has always been that freedom to just go and relax and just unwind, no pressures, but I put a lot of pressure on myself, obviously. But I found I let a lot of frustration. It was like almost anger management at times. If I was having a bad skate, or if I was filming something it was going wrong, I could build up so much anger, and I'd find myself throwing my board, and like, if it was an old board, I'd like snap it into pieces, throw it, and all sorts. I'd focus my sock, once rip my shoe off, focus my sock, like it was crazy. And now, so I stopped skating for a bit when I was working so much, and then now I'm skating a lot, but with the added benefit of therapy and just all the work I'm doing on my own mind, I just find that experience now, it's all about joy, and it's all about appreciation and gratitude. More than anything, just gratitude to be able to be skating. Good skate, bad skate, doesn't matter. I'm hanging out with my friends. If it's a bad skate, sit down, relax, watch your mates skate, have a coffee. It starts raining, go sit in the pub, like whatever it is, it's just about having that gratitude for that opportunity to be there for the moment. And that's all helped, and that comes from a lot of the work I've been doing in therapy. So it's about that emotional intelligence has increased so much, and my mental astuteness has increased. It's still got a long way to go, needs more therapy, but it's been a huge benefit. Number 5, finding calm. So this follows on exactly from the point above of, by finding that mental astuteness and increasing your emotional intelligence, you're a lot calmer. You don't get so worked up, as I mentioned, and that's especially beneficial for like in your relationships with your spouse, your partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, whoever they are, or partners. But I think my girlfriend agreed that it's helped our relationship a lot in terms of the way that I handle situations and discussions, altercations, arguments, whatever it is. They weren't ever really altercations or arguments, and I would often just shut off and stop talking and sort of exit from the situation, or just in my mind start to be like, right, well, I'm not fussed, I'm not focused on this anymore, I'm going to move on. And it just wouldn't deal with the situation. It would just sit there and sour and boil. Whereas now it's still a work in progress, but we can be much more open and just discuss it and be open to receiving that information, be able to sit there and just receive and listen and empathize. That's been a huge thing in terms of like finding calmness, is finding empathy and understanding empathy. And that's especially a big thing, a big significance in terms of where I've had staff, managed staff, lost staff, is now finding and understanding a lot more about empathy and sympathy as well. I can see it being a huge benefactor to me now, going on, moving forward and having aspirations to have staff again, which is all a big change in my life. So Vlog My Mind will be up this week, whatever, with all kinds of updates about my business and how things are changing. Yeah, it helps you just find calm and be at peace and realise that if you're all worked up, it's not going to help you in any way. So if you can just remain calm, find a solution and focus and move forward, it's very beneficial. So they're the 5 reasons. Hopefully you found them helpful, but I said I would treat you, and I shall. So reason number 6, and this is definitely the most important reason and the thing I've found to be the biggest benefactor, and hopefully you would too. If you are thinking of therapy, this could be a huge reason why you dive into it and why you give it a go and why you invest in yourself to see the benefits, and that is creating better relationships with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your significant other, all these different people. It just helps you create such stronger, calmer, more positive relationships with people because of all the work you're doing on yourself. One, you can start to see it influence others. So if you're starting to find yourself calmer in situations, don't get so worked up, you may find that other people are starting to get calmer, and because you're not getting worked up, they're not getting worked up, and you're able just to dissolve a situation, dissolve an issue and find a solution and just remain calm, collected, and realise you don't need to get all worked up about it and that you can just be at peace. And 2, you can have a lot more fun. In just doing so much work on yourself and finding your priorities, your purpose, where you want to go, what you want to do, how you need to manage your own time, your life. And as well, going back to where I said accountability, and you will be challenged, part of that as well. Like there'll be conversations in therapy, no doubt, where you'll be talking about old friends you used to speak to and you've lost connections, and then suddenly your therapist will be like, right, here's your challenge this week, you're going to call that person, you're going to write them a letter, you're going to reach out to them, email them, whatever it is, you're going to show that you care, that you're thinking about them. And there you go. That's bringing on to point 6 of improving those relationships. And if you, like, how many of us just get too busy as we get older? We get jobs, careers, houses, mortgages, in debt, married, have children, have to go to soccer club, I'm English, football club, and whatever it is, run the kids around to the swimming club and have marriage counselling because you're arguing, all these different things, whatever it is in life, but have to go food shopping. And we do just start to forget about our friends and forget about ourselves and having that time and realise, and we lose track of how important it is to have that time with friends to relax, unwind and just be at peace. And that can be with your family, with your children as well, but just including and finding that time is so vital, and that can be part of it, and it's all about improving the relationships you have with people. So there's the 6th, the bonus reason, which should be enough in itself to convince you to give it a go. So if you do, let me know, comment below. Did it work? Are you going to go for it? And always, as always, remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day.